That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. Now a look at the stats for Jason Tatum. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Irving. There's the screen. Driving in. And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Now here is Horford. Brown. Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Harris following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Screen by O'Neal. Irving for three. Here's Simmons. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Celtics leading by three. White with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Tatum. It's hauled in by Claxton.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting him with all of these misses.
Irving against Tatum. Now the pass to Claxton. Here's O'Neal for the three. And Tatum pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Harris against Brown. Takes a three. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris passes to Simmons. And it's sent back by Horford. And they get it back. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's O'Neal. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Tatum. And 1:01 left to play here in the first. Out to White. Lets it go from deep. That one doesn't go. Nets trail by three. Irving with the ball. Picked up by Brown. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. O'Neal against Horford. Outside Irving. Puts it up from 17. No good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by... And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
You can't overstate how much interior defense can shape the game. They have a distinct advantage there, and they have turned it into a lead.
Tatum and Williams up in the forward spots. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Then it's Rob Williams. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Tatum's shot is off. Brooklyn trailing. And Greg, up and down the Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. Here's Pritchard. Here's Brogdon. They shoot again. Shot's good by Williams. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Warriors.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
It just seems like the defense wasn't interested. They got away with one.
Thomas, no luck.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And let's take a second to view a list of shooting guards who have been very dependable offensively this season. These two guards are the most accurate in the league. Fifth on the list, Malcolm Brogdon.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And with their range, they stretch out opposing defenses. So even when they're not shooting threes, they're still making an impact.
Williams outside. A rebound by the Nets. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just pick the worst time to do it.
In the corner, Tatum with it. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Even with the big goose egg by his name on the shot chart, the team is somehow managing just fine without him.
Outside Thomas. Curry on the wing. 6 to shoot. Thomas, good. One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days when we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place, right now, a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard small, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them.
So for the Nets, Kyrie Irving's checked in for Thomas, and Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Patty Mills. In the corner, it's Brogdon. From outside the arc, Boston, no good that time either. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Irving. And Pritchard pulls it down.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Brogdon outside. Fires from deep. They grab their own miss. Williams. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Griffin's checked in for Grant Williams. Jaylen Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. And Smart subbed in for Pritchard. It just seems, Richard, like Robert Williams is a guy willing to do anything to help his team.
And there's a whole lot he can do. His defense has never been a question. He can dish it. He's an aggressive rebounder. And look, his effort level, that's something you don't ever question.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Watanabe. And the Nets lead by 1.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
And they'll get another chance. Brown down low, and Brown throws it down.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Timeout called, the Nets. Al Horford's check in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Watanabe. Royce O'Neal comes in for T.J. Warren. Joe Harris is checked in for Irving. And it's Ben Simmons in for Seth Curry. Outside, Simmons. And he drives in. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Horford. And Ben Simmons, the epitome of a point forward.
He passes it well and plays huge for a guard at 6'11". It's crazy. It is very rare to see a player of his size with his skill set.
A walking triple-double threat. Simmons needs to keep working on developing that jump shot to be truly unguardable. And how about Jaylen Brown, part of that young core for the Celtics?
Yeah, he's been through a lot with this young group of guys. They've grown together, they've come in together, and they've gotten better together. And you've seen the production of Brown increase because of it. And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Passes it to Claxton. The shot misses. And the Celtics going the other way now. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
And you can tell how important having depth is for them. Sometimes it's the difference between a win and a loss.
The Nets have missed both of their free throws tonight. 0 for 2 so far. No good on that one.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
He doesn't get the second one.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And it's White missing. Nets trail by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sumner, guarded by Smart. And the call on the shot that sends